Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Four Quarter Show, Volume 23. This is our Jordan Show. And what better way to have our Jordan Show than the end of the year show as well? As always, I am your hostess with the mostest, aka Mr. Swiss Roll, the main event, the showstopper, Mello. And, as always, I am with none other than my fellow co-host, who unfortunately is this week's halftime champion of the world, and he's going to end, of course, 2020. What better way to end 2020 than him being champion? It just makes too much sense. Too much sense that he would be the halftime champion.
I'm waiting
It's
for
a line.
The champion, the halftime champion. I want to hold my belt. I would like to hold my belt right now. There you go. I can't wait to. Wow. I'm a line, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Four Quarter Show. And I am the 2020 halftime champion. Technically, not really. I'm just the one to end the year with the title. But it's not the only title I'm going to end it with. Technically, since we didn't have a show last week, we weren't, we had planned to have the Christmas Day games, and we had decided on some games. Technically, I'm not really, I'm the champion. I guess the game's right. So, here is the Christmas belt, the Santa belt, I don't know, the Happy Holidays belt, I don't know what we're going to call it. But here this one is. Boom. Man, look at that, looks nice, dude. Look at that. How does thank you.
I will leave my comments to myself because I feel again I got duped, especially on Christmas. Y'all don't know what happened because we did it on ourselves and I got duped. The Warriors duped me.
So explain to everybody what you got for me.
Well, because he asked, we were gonna do eggnog. The difference was what was a side dish. So, as a loser, I know this doesn't happen very often, but I went about my way and I created the quarter nog. Oh, and here it is. It's
the quarter nog. Oh, good name. Okay, the quarter nog.
We'll see how it tastes. Just by the smell of it, I know this is extremely strong.
You can smell it from here.
I'm not sure if anybody wants this recipe, but if they do, I will again post it on our Instagram, as always. And with it, let me get your cup, sir.
Ooh, let me,
and also, he asked for Santa cookies. Well, Christmas cookies. So we got the Christmas Santa cookies with the quarter nog.
All right.
So let me get your cup.
Here we go. And then these are cups, Christmas gifts from Daphne, one of our best fans. Thank you so much for our amazing new Christmas cups. Look at that.
Yes, I love it.
These are our drinking cups. Skull. Let's get it. Or skull. Correct me however I'm saying that. I don't want to insult anyone.
Yeah, he doesn't want to insult the Vikings since he claims to be one.
So while he pours me some quarter nog, let me explain to you how the Four Quarter Show works. This is the debate sports talk show where me and Melo debate sports for 4 quarters. Each quarter is 10 to 15 minutes long, and we debate different sport topics: basketball, baseball, football, whatever's into the news. And then we also have a halftime and an overtime. In halftime, that's where we gamble, wager on some games for that weekend, and the winner gets the halftime belt, as you just saw. And then overtime, we discuss everything but sports: movies, music, TV shows, whatever we want, anything that we want to watch, we want to talk about. So that is the Four Quarter Show. Cheers.
Hold on, sir. We're missing a very important.
Cinnamon. All right, while you do that, I'm gonna get the clock ready.
Okay, cinnamon.
Today is a very special episode, as Mello explained. It's the Jordan Show, right? And what other way to celebrate the 23rd episode today? A very special day also. Today's December 30th, we're celebrating our 23rd, having our 23rd episode. For those of you who are not aware what happened on December 30th, something amazing happened on this day many, many years ago. So let's cheers to this.
Cheers.
Oh boy.
Prost.
It's not bad.
It isn't. I thought I did a terrible job, but hey,
I mean,
apparently.
my Nutella one was good. Fans liked it. All right, so let me get the quarter started before I say what today is.
So let me just give the fans a behind the scenes into our process into each show. We always create an outline. We'd like to be prepared. And today, doing quarter one, Mr. Halftime Champion over there goes to me, don't worry about quarter one. It's going to be a surprise. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. I'm not thinking I would regret it. I already regret letting him surprise me because I already know what I know this is going to be about.
So, let me get the quarter started. Let the quarter begin. Today is a special day. It is none other than the GOAT's birthday, LeBron James.
It's Jordan's birthday?
Happy birthday to LeBron James right there. Boom. Laker Nation. Shout out to Laker Nation. Shout out to the GOAT, LeBron James. Which brings me to the topic that I am so excited to talk about. And that, shout out to the Steph Curry braids. There you go. My braid hair did work. I got inspired from Curry. All right, so Melo, LeBron. I said he had to win 6 rings Michael Jordan. But I am changing my tune after doing more research and thinking about it. If LeBron wins one more ring and he's the Finals MVP, he is the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time will be LeBron James. I am done hearing all these Michael Jordan fanatics give me one thing. All they say is one thing. 6-0. That's it. That is their only argument. What other argument in this world do you just say one thing and that's it? That's it. Hey, LeBron James is the greatest. Oh, Michael Jordan, 6-0. LeBron James is going to virtually be number 2 all time in points. Oh, Michael Jordan, 6-0. LeBron James is going to be top 5 in assists. Oh, Michael Jordan, 6-0. That's it. And I can go on and on and on and on about LeBron's greatness. Let me throw, and you know what I'm done hearing? I am sick and tired. I'm going to rant because it's LeBron's birthday. And I know he's watching this, he's listening because I'm one of his biggest fans. Listen.
He's watching in the middle of his game. I
am done with people saying that LeBron is 4 and 103 in the finals. I'm done with that. Let's stop saying that. Michael Jordan played 15 seasons. He's 6-9. He's 6-9. Only because LeBron went to the finals, you're making it sound like a bad thing. Michael Jordan is 6-9. He won 6 championships. He failed 9 times.
Then LeBron James's record is worse because he's got an eliminated plenty of times.
And I agree. LeBron's record is still worse. But the point is, the ultimate thing is he never lost in the final. He's 6-0. Well, he's got swept multiple times in the playoffs. How are these things not talked about? It's just ridiculous. You keep saying 6-0. He's 6-9. He failed 9 times. If we did some sort of point system where second place gets points, and then depending on how you make it, we should do that. We should do a point system and see how many points LeBron James gets. You know, certain points get for being second place in the finals. The point is, LeBron is the greatest of all time. Kobe Bryant gets compared to Michael Jordan. Why? Shout out to Kobe. I love Kobe. Laker Nation, trust me, I love Kobe. My favorite player growing up was Kobe.
You literally went from the Lakers fans loving you to right now you hating you.
No, it's not that. I love Kobe. Kobe to me is one of the best players. But people want to compare Kobe's greatness. He has 2 Finals MVPs. I don't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you here because you're just ranting on, and I don't want quarter one to be about how LeBron is all great because you know what, LeBron
He is great.
LeBron is, you know what? Let me rephrase that. LeBron is great, but he is not the GOAT. I'm sorry, he is not. You can say what you want. Oh, Jordan, all this and that. But Jordan has never lost in the finals. He's never gotten swept.
Give me something else.
LeBron James got swept in the finals.
Give me something else.
He got swept in the finals.
Give me something else.
Jordan has been. Bro, I don't care what you say. LeBron James has played more than Jordan, so obviously his stats are going to be higher.
Consistency, but greatness. What else?
Not consistent. Jordan went what? He went 2 years to go play baseball.
Had he
not gone, Michael Jordan probably would have won 8 in a row. And then what? He would have just been the greatest ever.
If Kyrie doesn't get hurt, then maybe LeBron was in the championship. There's no properties here.
No, he wouldn't have. They weren't going to beat the Warriors.
You see, all I did was give you
LeBron James' one ring in Cleveland has a huge ass asterisk because
all I did was give you facts.
The Draymond Green getting that technical that LeBron James basically caused was ridiculous, and then him getting kicked out of Game 5 that killed Golden State's momentum.
Here we go.
LeBron James is great, but he is not the GOAT.
Talking about LeBron James. Talk about Jordan.
LeBron James
is Jordan the greatest, and
you started off correct. LeBron James wins 2 more rings. He's the Finals MVP 2 more times. No. He's the GOAT. If he wins 1 more, I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. Why isn't
Bill Russell the GOAT? 11 championships. Why is he the GOAT?
Yes.
Oh, exactly. You see,
it's a different era, man. You want to say what you want, but Jordan's competition was so much more harder than LeBron's.
Okay, so now you're blaming eras. This is ridiculous.
I'm just saying the competition was a lot tougher. If LeBron James went up against that Celtics team that Michael Jordan went, LeBron James wouldn't sniff the second round.
LeBron James would make all those players better, and they would at least win a freaking ball game.
No, he wouldn't. Who was he going to make better on the team?
Your boy was too busy getting swept. Who was he going to make better on the team? Too busy getting swept.
Who was he going to make better on the team?
All of them.
LeBron James would never score 63 or 61 points against the Celtics.
Because he was busy making his teammates better. He would have made sure other people score, got everybody involved, and won 1 game, maybe 2 games. That's LeBron's greatness.
No, he would have not. He would have not. He would have got his triple-double in a loss. Because that's what he does best. Triple-doubles and losses. Because he has plenty of those. It ain't like Jimmy Buckets who gets triple doubles and dubs. He doesn't do that.
Happy birthday, LeBron James. You were the greatest of all time. You don't need to win 2 more. 1 more, you're solidified as the GOAT. Just 1 more. Not. That's going to be 5 championships, 5 finals MVPs. And you know what? If Michael Jordan is so goddamn great, why did he start crying? Oh, Phil, I want you to coach me. Phil, why? What? Why is he so emotional? Why can't he get another coach? I don't get it.
Because unlike LeBron,
don't answer Michael Jordan. I'm asking you about Jordan.
Perfect. Unlike LeBron James, he doesn't think that he's better than the coaches. He actually gets coached. LeBron James, he thinks he's the grandest of all. That he gets coaches fired for having winning records, for taking them to the finals. So don't give me this. LeBron James wants to be everything, and you know what? That's exactly why he's come up short so many different times. Listen to your damn coach, LeBron.
That's not why LeBron came out short. Answer the question. Why was Michael Jordan so emotional? Why did he never win with another coach?
Because he didn't have... his coach was there the whole time. His coach was there the whole time.
His coach finally left. Why did he retire? Why was his ultimatum, if you don't sign my coach, I'm retiring? Why? You're so great. Go in with somebody else. Show us. And then when he finally came back to the Wizards...
Michael Jordan was dealing with a lot of issues at the time.
And you were a bum.
He was a bum. I'm sorry. He was what, 40-something scoring? What, 50?
Listen. I am always in the beat.
Who was on that Wizards team?
If Daniel Jones, you're in the field, you better show up and play.
Why does this guy go to Daniel Jones?
You better be in the field.
Why does this guy go to Daniel Jones? Let's talk about Tua.
Shout out to the Cowboys.
Nah, you have that perfect. You have the mic perfect, so it blocks that nonsense. Okay, I'm sorry. He's not the GOAT.
Happy birthday.
You can say whatever you want. People could bring up all these stats that they want. He's not the GOAT. It's a different era. I'm sorry. Different era.
Eras has nothing to do with it.
Of course it does.
It's on
LeBron James' competition.
Once again,
is
you
not
have
the same.
yet to give me anything besides 6-0. LeBron has 3 championships with 3 different teams, 3 different Finals MVPs. Has led losing teams to winning records. When he leaves teams, they become losing teams. When Michael Jordan left the Bulls, they almost made it to the finals. They were a foul away from the finals. That's how great that team was. They didn't even need Michael Jordan.
But did they make it?
They were a foul away.
The Miami Heat, after he left, almost made it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, boy, they didn't.
Yeah, because Chris Bosh
But
what happened to Bosch
Pippen
happened.
made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and they were far away. They almost made it. That's how good. Listen, this narrative that they keep playing on LeBron
What
James,
narrative?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan
6-0.
never went to a
That's
game
it.
7.
6-0.
Michael Jordan didn't need 7 games.
That's so ridiculous.
Michael Jordan didn't need 7 games. He got it done when he needed to. He took the game winners when he had to.
So did Steve Kerr.
You're right. So did he.
So what's the big deal? So
LeBron
it's
James had
awful.
Kyrie. LeBron James had Kyrie.
I know.
I'm sorry.
And I'm a big proponent on his teammates.
What's LeBron's most clutch? Let's say
LeBron
game winner
LeBron
in the
is
finals.
most clutch player.
None
In the NBA right now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Damian Lillard is more clutch than LeBron James at this
Statistically
point.
speaking,
Damian
Kyrie
Lillard
has
is
that
more clutch.
one game-winning shot in the playoffs. One. That's it.
Damian Lillard is more clutch than LeBron James.
LeBron has more clutch shots made than Damian
And you
Lillard.
know exactly
Check
everyone
the
knows how I
stats.
feel about.
Check the stats. Check them. You see, people refuse
The stats
to look
lie,
at
bro.
stats.
Because people,
refuse
you want to
look
know
at
why the
stats.
stats lie? Because
me.
I've seen this. People are like, oh, the stat that gets brought up is like, oh, in the last 34 seconds, LeBron James has made the most shots of any other player in the NBA. Yeah, because you're counting 34 seconds. LeBron James, they can be up by 30. And LeBron James is going to make a shot with 20 seconds left. That goes into that stat.
No.
That stat right there is misleading.
No, there's a stat. No, there's a stat that was
And
said.
you want to know?
You're being a liar.
Stop.
There's
I'm not being a
okay,
liar.
Go ahead.
Another thing, Michael Jordan is not afraid of taking free throws. He's not afraid of being the guy. LeBron James is afraid of the free throw line. That is his biggest fear.
So that
it's
makes you
not
the best
missing a
of all
shot. It's getting to that line where, hey, you're getting a free shot.
So that makes you the best of all time.
It has the least pressure
So that
and the
makes you
man crumbles.
So that makes you the best of all time.
It's a reason for it. It's a reason for it.
So you just said false information. The stat that I'm referring to is when it's to tie the game or to win the game. LeBron has the most clutch shots made in the playoffs than any other player in the NBA active right now.
Yeah,
That's one.
And
That
most
is
of those are
one.
against what, the Washington Wizards with Gilbert Arenas?
So now it matters what team it's against. This is
I'm just
ridiculous.
saying.
And you see, it's always excuses.
No,
And the
excuses.
second thing, fine. You want to talk about Michael Jordan's a better free throw shooter? LeBron has scored more overall points. LeBron has more assists. LeBron has more rebounds. LeBron has more everything than Michael Jordan.
LeBron James has played in more games.
Well, that's consistency.
Yeah, but you have to take into account how many seasons Jordan played and how many LeBron has played.
But you see,
That's
but
stupid.
It's not
Of course.
stupid. It's,
Yes,
it
it is.
shows LeBron's
Yes, it is.
longevity.
No,
Yes,
it
it
doesn't.
does.
Jordan could have kept playing. He didn't want to.
You know what?
That's
I
different.
guarantee you, and we've done this before when we talk about the Hall of Fame for baseball. I guarantee you that if we just do 15 seasons of LeBron James, he still statistically has more rebounds and assists than Michael Jordan.
He's I'm sorry. How tall is LeBron James? 6'9"?
I know what I just said.
So now it matters
how tall he is.
How
How
tall
tall
is
is Westbrook?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Look, you're giving me height. I just gave you Westbrook. If Michael Jordan is so good, get the rebound, get the assist.
That wasn't his job.
So because LeBron James is
who
6'9",
has Westbrook had on his team that's supposed to get the rebounds?
Steve Adams.
One guy.
You said
One guy.
name a guy.
One guy.
Now you said name a guy.
One guy that he's played, what, 2 seasons?
You said name a guy. Okay, you see, I name you a guy. The point is, everyone just says 6-0 for Michael Jordan. I'm tired of that. I need more.
I just
reasons.
gave you more stats that aren't just 6-0. Yes,
You
6-0.
didn't give me any stats.
Six,
You said he was a better free throw shooter. Wow,
Yeah.
good job, Michael Jordan.
He never needed a game 7.
You know what, Michael Jordan, you're 6'6". You should be a better free throw shooter. The guy's 6'9". There.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous for your arguments.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Happy birthday, GOAT.
It's not
Thank
Michael
you
Jordan's
for the-
birthday,
thank
so
you
stop
for
saying
everything.
that.
You know what? Without him, the NBA would be boring. So we appreciate you for your greatness.
Really? Because I think it would be just as fun without him.
You know that. You know
I
that's
can't
not
wait.
True.
Yes, of course it is.
Not
Of course
true
it
at all.
is. I'd rather see the superstar Damian Lillard,
So who's the second best player? Who's the second best player of all time then?
LeBron James.
Wow.
Easy answer.
It's Michael Jordan.
It's not Michael Jordan. Michael
Or
Jordan is
Kareem
the best.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Imagine this.
Or Kareem. Or Magic.
Jordan did not see. This is a problem. Jordan did not need to be great. He just was. Okay, LeBron James
just is
needs
great.
it.
No,
he
he doesn't.
craves it, and he's not.
No, he
It's
doesn't.
unfortunate.
It's unfortunate that he
He
gets all this
needs
hate
it.
for no reason.
LeBron, it just doesn't ooze out of him. He's great. He puts up fantastic numbers. Some of
He
them
puts
are
up astonishing numbers.
Michael Jordan
What are you
is
talking
just
about?
Michael Jordan. It was just I'm going to go out there, I'm going to win, and I'm going to be great doing it. And he became the GOAT. LeBron James has to try and super team and let me get everyone in the NBA.
While LeBron was getting swept by the Spurs, Michael Jordan was getting swept 3 times the first round, 3 straight years. That's what Michael Jordan was doing. How great is that? But nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that.
Who else was on that team? On those teams that he was getting swept?
Not the point.
And of course
who was on the team that swept LeBron? 4 Hall of Famers. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about?
He had Boobie Gibson.
Man, hey, can you at least give LeBron a little respect, please? We dedicated a whole quarter to him.
I gave him respect.
No, you didn't. You're over here still disrespect.
No, I'm not. I said he is the second.
You know what? It's about time. Give me some respect. Give my mama some respect. Give LeBron James some damn respect.
The
halftime champion for 2020. Shout out. I'm the best. This is my show. That's right.
Oh, it is.
That's right. Today it is 2020. I'm the champion.
Me saying LeBron James is the second greatest player of all time is enough. He's just not going to be number 1. Again, he has to do what you said in the beginning. He needs to win 2 more, be Finals MVP, which, I mean, he almost couldn't have gotten it this year. He probably shouldn't have gotten it when he won with Cleveland because Kyrie was just as important.
This is ridiculous.
But again,
because someone else is
and we'll end it with that. Thank God we are out of this LeBron James quarter because, man, it felt never ending. It kind of almost feels like when he's taking a free throw, I guess. I feel your pain now, LeBron. Taking a free throw is hard. Talking about you for an entire quarter is very consuming on my mental health.
Happy birthday, Tiger Woods. And I believe it's also Carson Wentz's birthday.
Ooh, that's not someone that you want to be mentioning.
I'm just saying, I think it's his birthday. Just, right now we're at it. All right.
Shout out to Timmy. I did not quit. I started working and things got a little tough. It's the holiday season. It's been a hectic couple of weeks to say the least. But let's kick off quarter number 2. Finally, out of the LeBron James talk.
All right, quarter number 2. Some NBA predictions. Who do you got?
All right. So how do you want to talk about this? You want to go over who we think is going to win the East?
The Heat.
Okay. I guess you didn't see that whooping the Bucks gave them. Although Miami
wasn't playing.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
What was Jimmy? I love myself some Biscayne buckets, but buckets could not. They lost by 47.
Listen,
47 points. Jimmy Buckets was not going to score that.
Listen. Milwaukee is dominating in the regular season. I don't care who you put around them. When it comes down to the playoff game where the game changes, the Bucks have shown me nothing. Why is this going to be any different?
Because they're not in a bubble. You have to travel places. It's a lot different.
I've seen the Bucks lose bubble, no bubble, outside, inside, my crib, your crib. I see the Bucks lose everywhere in the playoffs. I'm not going to bank on anything.
All right, well, let's go off on what we think here. I have what we predicted here.
Okay.
So, everyone, if you guys want to see it live, you want to go to popculturepros.com. It's right there, 2020, 2021 NBA predictions. You got us 2 plus other gentlemen from the site. The boss, Steve. You have Kyle. You have Ed. I'm surprised there's no one else. But here's what a line picked. That's 1 through 8 for the Eastern Conference. He has Milwaukee, the Brooklyn Nets, the Miami Heat, who he says is going to the finals, at 3, the Boston Celtics, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Toronto Raptors, the Indiana Pacers, and you have the Washington Wizards at 8. Whew. And that ain't looking so good right now for you.
Listen, sometimes great teams struggle to start. Westbrook and Beal are going to get it. They're just getting used to each other. I believe.
I mean, they're putting up some fantastic numbers, both of them together. They need some help.
Working out.
They need help.
They're 2 great players. They're going to figure it out.
Myself, I have the Brooklyn Nets at 1, Milwaukee at 2, Heat at 3. So we were right there. Celtics at 4. We have that the same. Then I have the Raptors at 5. I actually had the Wizards at 6. I know.
And you're making fun of me.
The 76ers at 7 and the Pacers at 8. So we both had all the same 8 teams, just in different order. You picked the Heat to go to the Eastern Conference Champs, so the finals. I have the team with the greatest player in the world right now.
We just got hurt, so.
That doesn't mean nothing.
Can you believe
it's
that?
Katie.
Kendrick Perkins said that they're no longer making it to the finals because they lost Dinwiddie. Would you imagine that happened to LeBron? Oh, LeBron lost his backup point guard, not going to the finals. Wow.
Hey, if he loses Caruso or Kuzma, hey, that we're talking a different story, man. That's a different team.
LeBron is making it to the finals. It doesn't matter with me, you, and my dog Kobe. Not Kobe.
His actual dog.
A little dog named Kobe. Yeah. I'll put him on the show one of these days.
All right, so next, let's go to the Western Conference. You have Lakers at 1, then the Clippers, Nuggets.
What a mistake.
Maverick. Oh, the Clippers beat the Lakers, so I don't know how that was a mistake. The Nuggets.
Because the Clippers only play to beat the Lakers. That's all they do.
The Mavericks at 4, the Pelicans at 5, the Blazers at 6, the Suns at 7, and the Utah Jazz at 8.
I should have put the Suns at 4. CP3 got them boys playing.
CP3 is taking that team to new heights. And myself, I had the Lakers at 1 again. Mm-hmm. I have the Mavericks at 2, Clippers at 3, Nuggets at 4, Suns at 5, Jazz at 6, Warriors at 7. That was looking bad. And number 8, I originally had this as the Sacramento Kings, which would have been a good pick because right now they're balling. Shout out to my boy Whiteside. But I switched it last second to the New Orleans Pelicans. So again, we almost went to the same way, but I didn't have the Trailblazers at all, and that's because I think they're overrated and they're getting exposed.
I feel confident about the Lakers. I think they're going to make it to the finals again. The Heat.
That's right. You have the Lakers, Heat, and I
so much.
And I have the Clippers
because Kyrie and KD are looking strong together. They look good. Kyrie seems to enjoy playing with Durant. Something he really needed, his best friend next to him. So it's going to be LeBron's season. He's going to win 5th ring. And the way AD's playing, I see LeBron getting a Finals MVP again. Because AD just plays like so lackadaisical sometimes. Stop getting under 5 rebounds a game, AD, please. I don't understand. I don't get it.
LeBron James better hope that Kawhi gets hurt. Because the way those boys are looking...
Are we talking about the Clippers?
Yeah. The Clippers. My prediction is Nets Clippers.
50.
Without Kawhi. You realize because Kawhi got
hit
in the mouth.
Hold on.
That's what I just said.
You just said the Bucks beat us without Jimmy, and you were like, whoa, no, it doesn't matter. But now that the Clippers lost by 50 without their best player, now is when you want to bring up the... You see, like I deal with here, that's the ridiculousness and the unfairness that LeBron gets all the time.
How's that? I'm just saying that the Clippers have the Lakers numbers, so the Lakers don't want to see that. The Lakers want one of these other teams to do their dirty work for them, like it happened last year. That's exactly what happened.
How about Clippers? Get your shit together and start worrying about all the other teams in the NBA and not just the Lakers.
No. There's only one person that needs to get his shit together, and that's your boy, Playoff Pete.
That's your boy.
You're
the one saying the Clippers are going to beat. That's your team. You're the one saying Clippers. I'm saying
you almost drafted Playoff Pete. That should have been it. So
that's to our next topic.
So I had Nets Clippers. He has Heat Lakers. He obviously has the Lakers winning the championship again, but they're not gonna. I actually have Kevin Durant getting his revenge on Kawhi and winning.
That's not even a fun narrative.
How is that not a fun narrative?
Lakers, LeBron, Lakers.
Here's the fun narrative of it. You have Kevin Durant coming back after us 500 plus days, and you have Kyrie, who everyone wants to talk all the smack about. Oh, he's not going to be able to do it. Oh, this and this and that. Him and KD are going to run over the playoffs, and they're going to win the finals. Put money on it right now while you still can. Go out to Vegas. Go out to these betting sites. Put money. Guaranteed. Melo approved. Stamp of approval.
A better narrative, because everyone knows if KD would have been healthy that year against the Raptors, they blow through them and they win the finals. Everyone knows that. There's no debate there. It's for sure. So there's no revenge.
Of course it is.
No, it would have been a close thing, it's revenge. Revenge is right now. LeBron versus KD, where it's finally going to be fair. It's fair. You have two superstars on both sides. You have KD, Kyrie. You have LeBron, AD, and then you got your guys on both teams. And now this would be a fair like finals. Not KD with three other Hall of Famers against little LeBron and nobody else.
Three other Hall of Famers. Who are the three Hall of Famers?
Curry.
Okay.
Clay.
Okay.
Draymond.
You don't think Nick Swisher's a Hall of Famer, but Draymond's a Hall of Famer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Draymond was an integral part of that offense.
He's not. It doesn't mean that he's a. Is Robert Horry a Hall of Famer?
Yes, better than Nick Swisher.
Stop.
Is Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I don't know. I think Big Shot Bob might be in the Hall of Fame.
He is Big Shot Bob, but he's not on the Hall of Fame.
Draymond Green was more integral than Big Shot Bob. Come on, that's not even right. Okay, fine. At 3 Hall of Famers, you still have 3 Hall of Famers all in their prime together in the same team. After 2 of them had just won a championship, they get then the best player in the world at the time, and then of course they're gonna run through the Cavaliers all those years. Now this is gonna be fair. Like, it's actually gonna be a fair finals to see. Let's see who the big dog is. So, and I won't even argue it. I won't be mad. I won't be like, oh, it's unfair. No, it'll be fair. Lakers and Brooklyn, even though Brooklyn's not gonna make it.
Brooklyn's gonna make it, and they're
gonna get to the playoffs.
KD,
and then KD's gonna see how hard it is without Curry and without Clay. And who's gonna cover the big dogs?
What's gonna happen is
guys, mark my words. Listen to me. I'm the one who's
What's gonna happen is that LeBron James is gonna look across the court and be like, damn. You know what? I owe that man, not Kevin Durant, the man next to him, that championship because of how good he's gonna be. You know what? He might just go for MVP. He might just go for MVP of the finals to rub it in LeBron James's face. And they're gonna win. And it's just gonna be Kevin Durant beating LeBron James in another finals. That's not a fun narrative. I don't want to see that. I might want to see Kyrie win MVP over LeBron James.
Because if Kevin Durant, because if Kevin Durant beats LeBron James, it shows, hey, KD's back. I am 100% the best player in the world. I didn't need anybody else. I didn't need another MVP. I didn't need Klay Thompson. I didn't need anyone. I did it with Kyrie, and we won a championship. I did it with Kyrie, one of the greatest number 2s of all time.
Okay.
Because everyone knows that Kyrie is not a number 1. One of the greatest number 2s of all time in Kyrie. And there.
You're right. But we'll see. So then we'll get into a little bit of the awards. So Coach of the Year, you have Stan Van Gundy from the New Orleans Pelicans winning it. Which, I mean,
they're playing strong. Just that last game.
They're playing good.
That last game wasn't very good.
I have none other than the back-to-back MVP, Steve Nash.
He's not even a coach according to his own players.
He's a coach.
His own
they
players don't think he's a
respect
coach.
him.
His own players don't call him a coach.
They respect him. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Rookie of the Year. We both have the same guy. And no, it's not me. It's not this mellow.
It's the guy, the Kings player. He's looking good. Tyrese
Halliburton.
Boy, that man shooting threes.
They were saying how his shot wasn't going to translate, and his shot is
just translating in every language at this point. He's making in everybody's face.
But we both picked LaMelo. And then we put this one might be the one that bothers me just because I drafted this man. We both picked the same person for Defensive Player of the Year, and that is none other than Anthony Davis. And
not looking so good.
Man, that boy needs to pick it up because he
got a ring and he goes, "I'm big dog. That's it. I'm chilling." I feel AD. I thought AD was gonna come into the season, 71 games. I'm gonna come in and dominate. He's just as chilling as LeBron right now. He's acting like if it's his 18th season. Like if he has 4 rings, like if he has nothing to play for, he's like, I'm chilling. I mean, I showed up at 2 games last year in the playoffs and we won. So in the finals,
he showed to plenty. He got him to the finals.
I'm saying I'm correct. Not in the playoffs. In the finals, he only showed up in a couple games.
Oh, well, we only got one more, so we're gonna go with, and that is who we think is gonna be MVP. And your MVP pick was Santa is an MVP, but your MVP was Luka.
Yeah, he came out looking more than Harden right now.
Stop it. Harden's not that big. I don't understand this narrative. And I picked none other than the greatest player in the world right now. And he came out hot. He's been hot in all his games. That is none other than Kevin Durant, and he's going to prove it this season. Yes, I'm going Brooklyn all the way.
And it's halftime.
Yeah, that's the end of that's the end of quarter number 2. And before we actually go, I just want to. We talked about Big Shot Bob. He has 7 championships, and the man is not
let me name
in the Hall of Fame.
2 with the Rockets.
Okay.
7?
Yes, 7.
Jesus Christ. 3 with the Lakers.
I believe. Would that be 5?
Yeah. And then 2 with the Spurs.
I wish I can tell you because this is not helping me out here.
All right, I'll check it out myself because Miller doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
No, it's just that I looked it up. I looked it up on Week. He's not helping me out. It just told me 7 championships in 16 seasons. Which, how is this man not in the Hall of Fame? Anyway, we're moving on to halftime. Let me get the banner up, and we're at halftime. I know it's very strange not to see Melo with the halftime championship, but hey,
Man, I'm good.
it was that. It was. I know it's 2 with Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta. Houston.
I got it right, yeah.
A 2, 3, and 2.
I'm all right. 94, 95, 2 with Houston. From 2000 to 2002 with the Lakers, and then 2005 and 2007 with the Spurs. Wow,
Big Shot Bob, man.
he's the answer.
And it all. I feel like I'm pretty sure, right? Each one of those, he made a clutch shot
Probably.
to win the game. Anyways, I know it's strange to see Melo without the halftime championship, but that just means 2021. We're gonna start off the year with Melo as a halftime champion. And let's go to the games that we're predicting this to end the year. And we decided to make it a little bit personable. We're only picking 3 games, so we're back to the OG format. And we picked 3 games that are pretty much big games in the playoffs this upcoming Week 17, which isn't usually that often. We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills.
We're going to show the Buffalo Bills who the real team is in our division.
The New York Jets? What?
Luckily, Josh Allen's probably not going to play the whole game, so I'm banking on us winning.
You have this. Well, I don't know why you think that. He's going to play the whole game and they're going to win and secure the second seed.
He's not.
They're going to. Yes. He's going to secure the second seed. Miami. Here's my prediction: Dolphins aren't winning this game.
Dolphins are not only going to win the game, but we're making it to the playoffs, baby.
Well, we'll talk about that in quarter 3.
You know why? Because we have the best closer in the game. We have the best closer in all of sports. It's magic. Call him. Call the bullpen. Call the bullpen because we got Fitzmagic. They're ready and waiting.
Nonsense. We're gonna go to this quarter 3 for this one. So next up we have the.
You wish you had Fitzmagic. You guys would have gotten a couple more wins when Daniel Jones was hurt.
No,
and you wouldn't be rushing Daniel Jones.
Fitzmagic would have been on the ground half the time, just like Daniel Jones was.
No, because
anyway,
okay.
Next up we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. And who are you picking here? Halftime champion.
In the NFC East, we have the Cowboys that are gonna make it out on top. And they're going to make it to the playoffs. The Cowboys are going to beat the New York Giants. This is funny because I don't know if we said it on the podcast.
He did it on purpose, by the way.
I don't know if we said it on the podcast or not, but I remember us talking about how crazy would it be if by Week 17 it comes down to a Giants-Cowboys game.
Well, it's coming down to all the games.
It's coming down to, well, the NFL did something genius. It's going to come down to the Washington game after. Like, I wish it would have been, like, it would have been cool to see Washington lose first, and then this game for us would have been huge because then it would have been more fun. But now, whatever happens, when we watch our game, we're going to have to root for the other. I guess it's still going to be fun, but.
All right, so then last game, the Washington football team.
Did I say?
I think one of us said Redskin. I'm not sure. We apologize for that.
Sorry.
The Washington football team, WFT, versus. Yeah.
How did I never think about that? That'll be such a cool logo to make.
the Washington football team versus the Philadelphia Jalen Hurts Eagles.
That's going to be an interesting one.
And the funny thing is that are the Eagles are they eliminated?
Yes, they are. They're out of.
Okay.
They only have.
So it's just
4-8 or 1 or something.
I thought the tie somehow was going to keep them in it, but I guess I was
not
wrong.
because they don't have enough wins. Even if they win, that's 5, and then someone else is going to have 6.
Okay.
I checked that. So
So
the
it's just-
tie, I think. Who did they tie with?
The Bengals.
Wow. So if they would have won that game,
It would have been.
it would have been a shit show. It would have come down to who has the most division wins or something. Damn, God damn it, Eagles! The NFC East can't even get this right. They can't even get a 4-team controversial ending correct.
It's your boy. His birthday's today. Carson Wentz's fault.
Jesus, but
Can't finish off the Bengals.
So I have to have the Eagles win the game. That's what it is because.
Because you don't want because you want.
No, because I want the Cowboys to make the playoffs. Wow. So I know. It's only because I predicted them. I mean, okay, if Alex Smith wins, I need 2 teams to win. I need the Cowboys to win, or I need the Redskins, the Washington football team to win. That's all I need. I just don't want the Giants making the playoffs. And you should be happy that I'm saying that.
I'm not upset.
The only reason why I want them out is because I don't want to see your face happy as hell if your team makes the playoffs and then my team doesn't make the playoffs. And I had the better record. I am going to be so livid. Reason number 2.
You better believe that's a topic if that happens next week on the show.
Reason number 2 is you, as a Giants fan, you kind of a real smart, educated Giants fan would not want to make the playoffs because you would get a better draft pick. Now, yes, you want to give Daniel Jones, you want to have the winning mentality. So I guess I was wrong by saying an educated fan. There's both positives in both things. I just think it's more beneficial. A top, maybe get an offensive lineman, one of the top ones. Maybe get something else you might need. It's really important. That could be a huge difference to Daniel Jones.
I agree. I can't disagree with that. Honestly, the Giants win or lose, I feel like there's positives on both ends. But with that, it's the end of halftime, and next week, right back here, you're gonna see that lovely championship halftime bell back where it belongs, back home. And sir, how you enjoying this?
I sure got.
What do you think? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
6.3 out of 10.
Okay, that's not bad. Trust
6.3 out of 10.
It was made in about 15 minutes.
Just because it just needs something else. It's not Christmassy. It's not like I want that eggnog taste, and I'm getting a lot of the. What'd you put in it? What's the alcohol of choice in here? Bourbon.
I agree with you.
There's nothing wrong with tasting bourbon. I love bourbon.
I was gonna add vanilla to it, but I couldn't get the right measurements, and I was like, you know what? I was already taking long enough, so I said, okay, let me just cut it here. I think I'm gonna do this. Let me put some sugar, and like I said, I think Coquito's a lot better.
So Coquito and eggnog are different.
They are very different.
So
they're not the same thing.
They are very different. Got it.
So I think Coquito's better than eggnog. This honestly is. I don't want to toot my own horn. Probably one of the better eggnogs I have tried.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying it's one of the better ones I've tried. I haven't tried a lot, and that's because eggnog down here in South Florida, you don't get a lot of.
By the way, Melo, what I want when I win next week, hot and ready, Krispy Kreme.
Oh, now you want that.
Donuts.
Now you want that.
That's what I want. Mm-hmm.
Is that it? Just the...
And some chocolate milk. I like me some chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm. Chocolate milk.
And some fancy chocolate milk too. Not, I don't want no Publix brand. It's good though. Shout out to Publix brand chocolate milk. It's good. But some fancy chocolate milk. One with a fancy label. Something a little pricey.
Okay. So no Swiss milk. Got it. All right. So then when the halftime champion wins again, which is me.
What do you want?
I don't want your Krispy Kreme donuts anymore. What I want is, I know I'm going to butcher the crap out of this. I want a charcuterie board. I know I'm not saying it right. Charcuterie board?
I'm gonna let you do that one.
A cheese board. You know, some cheese.
Okay.
Some nice cuts of, you know.
And I'm getting, you want wine knife? You want a wine also?
New year, new Mello. Does Mello want wine? You know what? It's gonna be New Year, old Mello. I want my charcuterie board with some cerveza.
Beer.
Yeah.
Now, when you say cerveza, is that saying that you want like Spaniard cerveza? Or you want some Corona or
Some Modelos. I'm gonna give you the choice.
okay?
The only thing I'm gonna say about it is I do not want an IPA unless it's a Broken Skull IPA, and we ain't getting none of those anytime soon. So anything but an IPA. You can give me a sour, you can give me a lager, you can give me an amber, a dark, pale, whatever.
Got it. So okay, I got it. You know, then what I want also,
Okay.
I want to add something else. Chocolate milk, hot and ready, Krispy Kreme donuts,
Okay.
and a cigar.
Ooh.
I want a cigar. I want to start the new year off with my Dolphins in the playoffs, your Giants out of the playoffs, and I want to be smoking a nice little cigar. Get yourself one too. Get yourself a little cigar too. You can have one too. So, you know, have a little cigar to celebrate my Dolphins making the playoffs.
Question.
Yes.
Do Black and Milds count as cigars?
Listen.
You know, Club
cigar.
Shay Shay.
I want a
Club Shay Shay
cigar.
has those.
Not. Listen, I love Club Shay Shay, but not this time. It doesn't count. Not Black and Mild. But that's a good question.
I just need to make sure because I don't want to show up with
Shout out
those
to
and be
Shannon
like,
Sharp. I like his podcast. It's good. He got some good stars.
he ain't no Skip though.
I was thinking, man, you think he's asked Skip to be on his podcast?
I don't think so.
He knows not to ask Skip. That Skip wouldn't do it.
No, I think Skip would do it, but I think maybe he's saving it for like like a special episode. I don't think it was either he does it the first time or he does it like a
That would be
special
cool if
episode.
you ask him about his life. If you ask him questions about the Cowboys and what he used to,
Ask him about his, averaging 2 points
All right.
in college or high school.
Now that we got that out of the way, we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Tree. Quarter number 3.
Let's do it.
All right, quarter number 3. We're jumping into the NFL. And before we jump into the more important topics, we're going to talk about the future. And the future is the NFL draft. And the entire season, there was one team, the worst team in the NFL, which probably brought down that division. The New York Jets. They won back-to-back games. They messed up their number 1 pick at Trevor Lawrence, and now they're pretty much stuck with Sam Darnold, and they're going to get the second pick because the Jags are going to draft Trevor. You're drafting Trevor Lawrence at 1.
Thank you, Jets. Thank you so much for doing that. I really, truly appreciate you. Because I would have hated to have Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence in the same flipping division. That would have been a disaster. But thank you so much. So that's my thank you to the New York Jets, to the organization, and to both shitty football teams that play for New York. In the same stadium. Is there another stadium that has that many losses this season? Because I think the Chargers and this is
And the
actually
Rams?
funny. I think you think you're in the stadium that has the most losses this season. You are the losingest stadium. You guys just play in a loser stadium. Jesus Christ. Congratulations. So Jags get number 1 pick. Trevor Lawrence gonna bring
Jags,
us.
not Giants.
Sorry, you wish the Giants were getting Trevor Lawrence.
I do.
You wish the Giants were getting Trevor Lawrence. That's gonna be interesting. So you're gonna have Jacksonville get a little more popular with Trevor Lawrence. You got Tom Brady in Tampa.
That division, if you think about it, if Trevor Lawrence goes to Jacksonville, you have Trevor Lawrence, you have Deshaun Watson, you have Phillip Rivers, and you have Tannehill, all in one division.
Oh, you're talking about the divisions.
Yeah, all in one division.
Yeah,
That's
but
pretty going to be stacked QB division.
I agree, but the Texans need to find the right culture there because J.J. Watt is
J.J. Watt does not want to be there.
Begging to be traded. You guys
J.J. Watt is going James Harden.
Go watch J.J. Watt videos about what he's saying, and he is over it. I mean, he's being a professional the way he's doing it, but he's pretty much saying, "I do not want to be here." He's dissing he's not dissing his teammates. He's dissing the players who show up unprepared. But wow, J.J. Watt does not want to be there. You're right. That's going to be a nice division there with quarterbacks. Well, Phillip Rivers is done, man. I think they're gonna trade for something. I think they might trade for Wentz. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets quarterback
Sam Darnold,
he might be available, but they're gonna get rid of Adam Gase after this week's game, so he's gonna get fired. Rumor has it he might go to the Patriots. Yeah, he might be the quarterback.
No, there's not.
The quarterback coach of the Patriots. Yeah, Bill Belichick said recently he thinks that there would have been no better coach for Sam Darnold than Adam Gase. So interesting, he said that. But I am excited. This football year was exciting, you know. Unfortunately, COVID did mess up a lot of opportunities for teams, but we had a good season. The NFC East. You know, all the storylines on your division was just the craziest, honestly. I appreciate that. I appreciate the Bills. I don't know if we're doing an in summary of the season right now, but the Bills were my biggest surprise. Do you have the biggest surprise for you?
I would want to say the Browns, but no, maybe Arizona. Arizona was a team I didn't think was going to do that great.
Odell went down. I knew he was going to be great. If anything, I thought Baker was going to win with the four guys they played that they got from the parking lot since the whole team got COVID. Literally, they were practicing in the parking lot. I'm not even making a joke.
He's not in the hotel parking lot in the freezing weather.
I honestly thought Baker's just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna give it to anybody, and then logic hits you. It's literally four guys in the parking lot that were practicing plays. This isn't flag football. You can't just get four guys. And so
I'm sure a lot of people thought the same way you did and made a lot of bets that the Browns were gonna win. Yep. So with that, we had another big storyline which I tweeted about it. You can check that out on our Twitter down at the bottom at the 4 Quarter Show, and that was the Miami Dolphins doing something very, I guess, Miami Dolphins-esque, and that is benching Tua. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. Tua for the second game after they were losing for Fitzmagic. I think you're just trying to kill Tua. At this point, you're killing his confidence, his self-esteem. If I'm Tua, I'm like, damn, bro, this team that just put me in here thought they believed in me. They really don't believe in me. They think I need a closer. I need a Mariano Rivera because I can't get the job done. That's huge. And for a young quarterback, especially someone like Tua who hadn't played in over a year, who came back from a severe injury, who was drafted so high, who had a lot of hope in this organization, the organization is showing exactly what they did every other year. They don't believe in you. They don't trust you. And that is detrimental to a young quarterback. And I think the Dolphins are doing them a disservice doing that. You either are making a race. They should have never brought him in because you're trying to make a playoff push. Then stick with Fitzmagic. He wasn't losing. He was winning you games. To put into it, you say, okay, we're looking towards the future. To keep going this back and forth, you're just hurting Tua, and it's just ridiculous. You're not going to develop a quarterback that way. You're going to get into next season after you guys get eliminated.
Tell me more how to develop a quarterback, man.
I'll tell you exactly. Look at Eli Manning.
Daniel Jones is regressing.
He's not regressing.
How about the Giants learn how to develop
Daniel Jones isn't regressing when you have no offensive line. Look at Eli Manning, what he did. Phil Simms. Y.A. Tittle. We have great quarterbacks in our organization.
You're naming good quarterbacks.
That play for the New York Giants, yes.
Yeah,
go ahead and name Marino. How many Super Bowls did Marino win? Marino.
How many Super Bowls did
he was an Ace Ventura?
Phil Simms win?
That was his most notable thing. Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura, pet detective.
Listen, we had Chad Pennington also.
Yeah, and then he went into the playoffs, and what happened? throwing ducks to Ray Lewis, to Ed Reed. All right, so it's what they're doing is stupid.
I disagree with you. Let me explain why. Brian Flores knows what the hell he's doing. All right, he's probably the one coach that Bill Belichick has come out of the coaching tree and has been very successful. He's using a lot of the Bill Belichick tools and it's working out for us. I can tell it. I can notice it. But I think. Did I disagree with it at first? Yeah, I thought, man, let Fitzy do his thing. But I don't think it's a disservice. I feel Tua knows his place. Tua felt he wasn't even going to play this year anyways, but we put him out there. He's getting his feet wet. He knows it's his first year. And I think he knows. He knows next year it'll be his year from the start, and they won't pull him in and out. We have a chance to make the playoffs. And we have a team unity in our team right now where we're all just trying to win the game. And I don't think Tua's taking it personal. I think, you know what, I'm not playing that well. Fitzy came in and won the game. And then you know what? What are we doing? We're not backing down. We're saying, Tua, you're getting to start next week. We're not benching him. We're not saying, hey, look, you played bad the second half. Let's see if we can win this game. And then we'll put you in. And then you start next game. Now, if you told me they were benching him for the next game and then flip, no, they're not. We're saying, look, Fitzy's right there in the bullpen. This year, we're going to make a playoff push, whatever player's available. And I think Tua's mature enough to understand that, and I think he appreciates that. I mean, I don't think it's a disservice.
He's saying that because he's going to be a team player. But when the coach comes out...
I'm saying that.
I'm saying, yeah, but when the coach is saying, we're going to keep doing this, that's not good for your players' morale.
You say that, but I disagree. I think it's actually him being honest and saying, look, we're going to keep playing Tua. And he knows, look, if we need to bring Fitzy in, we'll bring Fitzy in. He's young quarterback, first year, who's going to go through ups and downs. And most quarterbacks in their first year go ups and downs. Tua's not Burrow. Tua's not Justin Herbert. These guys are showing that they're great quarterback mechanics are doing more with way less. Look, I'm not even Team Tua. I'm not Team Tua. I'm not like you who just goes, oh, my quarterback got drafted. No, I wasn't Team Ryan Tannehill. Now he's the best quarterback ever since he started over here in Tennessee. But Tennessee's a better organization now. The Miami Dolphins, I think, are doing the right thing because Tua statistically is not doing very well. He has one of the worst yards per game. He's not being productive, and he actually has a better team than the Chargers and the Bengals. So why not? Like, hey, look, Tua, we're playing you. If you struggle, this is not the year where we want to do ups and downs. If you're playing bad, we're going to put Fitzy in. And Fitzy's ready. He's the second best backup because the best backup is Andy Dalton. He's the second best backup in the league. And we're making a playoff push.
First off, you're wrong there. The first best backup of all time is Matt Moore.
Not of all time. I'm saying right now. Right now.
Oh, okay.
The best backup of all time is Eli Manning. When he backed up
Kurt Warner, one season.
No, and then didn't he get benched for somebody? Didn't he get benched when he who did they start? Geno Smith? What a loser! Hey, he was crying too. No, showing emotion. I understand. That was honestly, I felt bad for him.
Because that his streak was broken for somebody's.
I agree. That was messed up, man. It was messed up. But yeah, so that's why at that time Eli Manning was the greatest backup of all time. Do you imagine your backup is a two-time Super Bowl MVP, is a two-time Super Bowl champion? Geno Smith. That's who he would.
I don't understand.
Look, the point is, I hear what you're saying, and if you see, you're right. Look, it could look awful. It could be detrimental to his growth. I don't think he's gonna grow. I don't think he's that good. I don't see what I see when I look at the card with Murray. Like Murray, I see talent. You see these big plays. You see him doing all these things. I don't really see that with Tua.
So then, the Miami Dolphins are gonna have a high pick.
Thanks to quarterback.
With that Texans pick, they should get a quarterback.
Honestly, if the right quarterback is there, yeah, man, I would. All we're missing is a quarterback. This team is really good. I'm not saying that because I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm saying it because it's true. We have a very good
I think
team.
you guys are missing some receivers.
We have a great defense. Yeah, maybe we can find someone. Okay, you see, now this is the time where we can sign someone in the offseason. Maybe, I mean, we're not gonna find something like a Stephon Diggs, but I'm saying like if you're able to find a receiver in the free agency market right now, not have to overpay someone, you can start getting receiver.
I'm gonna say, get yourself a Julio Jones, but you might have to overpay for him.
And if it's for 2 years, why not? Like, hey, I would do it. If we had a young quarterback, we have this defense, and we have salary cap to get a big time receiver. That's the time to do it. When it's win-win now, like to win. I wouldn't be a young team and then give all my money to a receiver. If I have all my pieces and I just need a receiver to maybe make a push to the playoffs, sure. That's what the Cardinals are. I mean, not really, but it's working out for Kyler Murray right now.
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, they could make the playoffs, but they might not either. All right, sir. We're on to quarter number.
Well, just before we get to quarter number 4, I am just going to answer this question. Who wins the NFC East? The boys. The boys.
I hope they win it.
Shout out.
I hope they win it so they get eliminated in the first round.
Shout out to Brand. Big Cowboys fans.
That's fine. Again, if the Giants somehow sneak in and get that home game at 6-10, I'm not gonna be mad. Get Daniel Jones some playoff experience.
But if they don't, that's one of the positives.
Exactly. But if they don't,
just know he's gonna face a really good team in the playoffs. It's the best of the best. And you're the worst team in the playoffs.
The best of the best of the best, with honors.
Damn, that was a good one. All right, moving on to core number 4.
Quattro. All right, quarter number 4. We're getting a little personal here, and being that this is the last show of the year, we decided to go with what we want, what our New Year's resolution for our favorite teams are. So we're gonna start off with basketball, since that's where we're in the middle of the season. Well, not the middle, start of the season, kicking it off. What is it? Well, let everyone know. What is your favorite basketball team, sir? And what do you want their New Year's resolution to be?
My favorite basketball team is the LA Lake. Oh, sorry. My favorite basketball team is the Miami Heat. And my New Year's resolution is that we obtain the best basketball player, James Harden, baby. Bring the beard to Miami. Trade everybody. Did we not see what he just did game 1, being 20 pounds, 12 pounds overweight, showed up from the club. I'm not going to say what kind of club. Straight up came, boom, 44. 10 assists. The man is...
That's 17
The man wakes up and balls. Bring him to Miami. Go to the clubs. Do what you got to do. Have fun. This is a 305. He'll love every club here. He won't want to go anywhere else. He won't want to go to LA. He won't want to go to Vegas or Atlanta. He's going to stay right here in the 305. Party it up. Where we bring rings. Every time this organization has made a big move, we got Shaq, rings. We got LeBron, rings.
Now 1, 2.
We bring James Harden. He's up there. He's up caliber with guys like LeBron and Shaq. Rings. That's my New Year's resolution. What's yours?
So my favorite basketball team is the Miami Heat as well. And man, it's like you just took everything out of my mind. Yes, bring the beard here to Miami. I've been saying this since before the season started, and I feel like my argument got proved even more after yesterday's 47-point loss. Yes, I know we beat the Bucks today. Congratulations. We're not doing that in 7 games without buckets, and it might be even hard with buckets. With James Harden, we are at a different level. We're at a level where we can compete with Kyrie and KD. Right now, even with buckets, it's gonna be hard to want to beat Brooklyn.
We got
4 times.
We got 1 star. Man, we need another star. This is a duels league.
What happened in the finals proved that buckets needs help, and yes, Bam is some help, but man, you can't compare Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson to what James Harden is going to bring you. That's what buckets needs. He needs a guy who he doesn't have to take all the load. And that's what James Harden is going to do for you. James Harden, with a bunch of bums, had 44 points and 17 assists and almost won the game. The next game, he had, 34? And I think it was like 7 or 8 assists. Mm-hmm. What he's doing with a bunch of bums, because that's what Daniel House is, that's what PJ Tucker is, that's what everyone else on that roster is, except with the exception of Wood. They're a bunch of bums.
Golden State might go after him.
I think Golden State does it.
Thinking about trading your boy Oubre. They want to trade your boy Wiggins, and they want to trade my boy Draymond Green. And they want to make it a big 3 of Curry, Harden, and Weissman.
I do it. Do it right now.
That's the big thing they want to do.
I don't know what this... I'm sorry. All these pictures of James Harden coming out overweight, we all know these are photoshopped.
You don't understand? Hey, Philadelphia, trade Ben Simmons. I don't understand. No, I don't want to trade Ben Simmons. Why? You keep losing with him. He can't shoot. He shoots bricks. He's just as good as Paul George, and Paul George is better. Trade this man. Get James Harden. I don't understand why people don't want James Harden.
It's the most mind-boggling thing.
As a GM, who do you want? Who do you want? Yeah, sure, take him. I want James Harden. That's it.
Honestly, I don't understand, at least the Heat stance. They didn't have a problem giving away basically, 3 of their key pieces at the time? Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, and Caron Butler for Shaq.
All right, let's...
James Harden is a Shaq type of player. I don't understand where this is coming from. So, just do it, Miami. Do it for the fans. Make us happy.
Former MVP. Moving on to the next one.
We're moving on to NFL.
So, what's your favorite NFL team?
My favorite... Can you show the shirt you have on so that everyone knows?
Everyone knows what? Who's in a
shirt? That team sucks.
Okay.
It is none other than the New York Football Giants, the G-Men, the Big Blue.
You're the worst quarterback in the division.
We don't have the worst quarterback. We don't have Carson Wentz.
Well, Jalen Hurts is better than
we don't have Carson Wentz. That's all I care about. I'd rather have Colt McCoy.
I'm surprised you were going to say Dwayne Haskins.
Because he's not in the he's not on that team anymore.
Playing them off the waivers. That's crazy.
Well, my New Year's resolution for the New York Football Giants is that Daniel Jones get better.
Jesus Christ.
Daniel Jones, man, see, here's the thing. Daniel Jones, this is actually it. My real New Year's resolution, fire Gettleman.
Wow.
Fire Gettleman, get something in the draft, and let's see what Jones does for you. Because again, like I said, I'm done defending him. Next year, I will criticize the crap out of him with what happens, what we do in the draft. After we get rid of Gettleman as a GM, they need a whole revamp of that organization, like front office, so that they can get better. And with that, if we get some offensive pieces, an offensive line for him, we get Saquon back healthy. We get him another receiver somewhere in the second or third round, like a DK Metcalf. Great. That's what Daniel Jones needs. And I'm okay because Eli Manning had his little doubts at his first 3 seasons. So, hey, Daniel Jones, this is your season to prove everyone wrong. Prove the gentleman across from me wrong.
Eli Manning was drafted first overall in the draft, and nobody said, what? He got out of booze because he didn't want to play at the Chargers at the time, no history. But it wasn't a surprise that he was drafted first overall. It was a surprise that your boy got drafted 6, 7. It's still confusing.
Well, we looked at that draft earlier, and he was the second best quarterback in that draft. So
why? That's not what we said.
He was the second best quarterback.
And you still could have gotten him there in the draft. Besides the point. All right, so my favorite football team is the Miami Dolphins.
Wait, it's not the San Diego Chargers?
And they're in LA now.
Oh, sorry. I forgot.
And my New Year's resolution is draft a quarterback. All we need is a quarterback. That's all we need. Brian Flores is going to be our coach for the long haul. I believe that. I believe he's bringing a great culture. He knows what he's doing, and we're gonna be fighting with the Bills for the next couple years. And all we need is a quarterback.
Whoa.
We will. Honestly, we're gonna be a tough team for the next couple years. I think Bill Belichick might be done. I think that was all because of Tom Brady. I'm starting to believe that.
He had 8 players missing.
I feel that. I think it was all Tom Brizzle. But with that being said, get a quarterback. Look, I hope Tua proves me wrong. And if Tua's the quarterback and he starts playing well and he shows me what it is, oh my God, no. Yeah.
Do it, Miami.
So with that being said, Dolphins, just let's get a quarterback. We have the third pick. Let's make some magic happen.
Carson Wentz to the Dolphins, and then you guys should draft a look at that's perfect. Draft a receiver, get Carson Wentz to the Dolphins. Hey, and you're good. You guys will be peachy there, sitting at 2-3.
All right, what's your favorite baseball team? On to baseball now.
My favorite baseball team. You know what? My favorite baseball team is the New York Yankees. However, I have the last couple of years got a soft spot for the Marlins because of my grandfather and things like that. But I'm still going to go with the Yankees. My New Year's resolution for the Yankees is Giancarlo Stanton, stay healthy, mother effer.
Boy, you sound like a Miami fan.
Come on, man. Like, I can't, like, I don't understand it. You're getting paid so much money. You're DHing. If you were in the outfield every single day, I would understand. Hey, you might have, you're not healthy because, here in Miami, they basically ran you into the ground. You got hit with a baseball in the face and they still expected you to keep going out there. Stanton, I want you to stay healthy, man. I feel like you in the lineup, yes, we need pitching, like Timmy just said. But I feel like, man, you need to stay healthy. For me, it's Stanton needs to stay healthy. And if Stanton's out there, man, in that Yankee Stadium, his fly balls are just going to be home runs every single time. And I think he can easily go for 50 there. He just needs to stay healthy. And that's all I want, Stanton.
Aaron Judge gets hurt too, bro.
Yeah, but Judge is actually playing out there. It's understandable. Judge is playing out there.
Okay.
Stanton doesn't play out there. He's literally DHing. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, how do you get hurt? And all you got to do is swing the bat. You're not running. You're not doing like running in the outfield, chasing fly balls. You're literally just batting, and you're getting hurt.
My favorite baseball team is the New York Marlins.
I thought it was the Dodgers. You're like surprising me today.
I love the New York Yankees and the Miami Marlins. I grew up in Miami, so I love the Marlins. But my dad is from Cuban descent, and he loves the Yankees. So fortunately, since the Yankees are in the American League and the Marlins are in the National League, I'm able to root for both. But when it comes to the finals, I root for the Marlins. So with that being said, I'm going to say the Marlins. And my New Year's resolution is that our new GM, the first female general manager, because the Miami Marlins are progressive here down the 305, and Derek Jeter knows what he's doing. Mrs. Kim New, she knows what she's doing. She's going to be the best GM in the game. Show us why you have played. You have worked with the Dodgers. You have worked with a couple other organizations, and we hired you for your amazing knowledge, your skill of baseball. Make the right decisions. Keep moving the Miami Marlins forward. And we made the playoffs. Let's consistently, just every year, keep making it and making it. So this year, my resolution is make the playoffs, because when Miami's in the playoffs, anything can happen. That's it.
So basically, continue what we did in 2020. Make the playoffs.
Yeah, consistency.
It should be a little more than that.
Listen, when you're a Miami fan,
like at least win the division.
No. When you're a Miami fan,
I would say win the division would be my resolution for them.
No, look, when you're a Miami fan, we never get consistent playoffs. It's always playoffs, trade everyone away. Playoffs, trade everyone away.
And baseball.
Yeah, in baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just. Did I say baseball? Baseball. And I just want a consistent, we made the playoffs again. And you're right. It would be nice to win the division, of course. But I just want to make small goals. Like, let's keep bringing the winning culture, playoffs, bring players here.
I guess, make back-to-back postseasons would be good. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
That's what I want. I'm tired of making the postseason and then everyone leaves, we scrap away, make money. No. I want DJ. He knows what he's doing. He's showing us. We have a good coach in Don Mattingly. Daniel Jones.
You said DJ.
No, he's just in a trip running third base or something. God forbid he gets a triple, he'll trip. He can't finish.
Let's just say how DJ is it's a very powerful.
So what's the last
initial?
one?
You got Derek Jeter, you got Daniel Jones, you got this guy right here. Many goods.
What's the last one?
The last one is college football, which we haven't really talked much about. But
I'm ready. I know all my resolutions for this one.
oh, I'll let you start off then. Who's your favorite college football team?
I just want one thing. I want for the FIU Panthers to make another bowl game. My favorite team, other than the FIU Panthers, is of course UM. Even though I didn't go to UM, I still root for UM. It's just something when you're from the 305, you're just born loving UM, and we grew up with the old 2000s team where half the NFL came from UM. And I just want one thing: bring the goddamn swagger back. Bring the swag, not the chain, not any of that nonsense. Bring the swag back. Winning culture. Start scouting some of these badass players from South Florida, from Georgia, from Alabama. Start drafting these tough players, and let's just bring a winning swag culture. You shouldn't need a chain to pump you up. You should just get dubs, and that is pump, and just that swag, that fun. That's what I want. That's what I want, because college football is more fun when UM is up there. I'm not saying that as a Miami fan. I'm saying it as just a regular NCAA fan. When UM is swaggy and they're winning, it's more fun. Alabama's boring. They're those Spurs. They're the Spurs of college football. They're just boring. Alabama. Here we go. Alabama.
Or the San Francisco Giants.
God, just boring.
You're right. My favorite college football team is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and I just want them to, actually win a playoff championship. No, I'm kidding. I do like the Irish. But
of course, you would be a Catholic.
I do like the Irish, but it's all about the U, baby. It's all about this.
It's all about
right here. And my resolution for them is, it's not going to happen this year, but put it in the works. Get out of Joe Robbie. Get out of pro player.
Bro.
Get yourself a stadium. The Orange Bowl was so iconic. I don't understand. I get it, the Marlins. But no. The Orange Bowl was so iconic. So much history there. They need their own place to play. They don't need an 80,000 stadium that the Dolphins play in.
Would you get rid of Tropical Park?
Deuces. I don't need to see San. I don't need to go to San Jose Channel Force.
Later, Tropical Park. Later.
I don't need to go to San Jose Channel Force.
Oh, you're a monster, dude.
Get rid of it anywhere. Get rid of the Flagler dog track.
Oh, there's gonna be so many stadiums in that area, dude, because they're gonna put the Inter Miami Stadium.
Good. Make that a triangle of stadiums. How sick would that be? That would be the
actually be like a zigzag, dude. If you take it all the way down,
because you're looking at the AAA.
You'd have UM, then you would have Lejeune, right? Yeah, you'd have on Lejeune, you would have Inter Miami, and then you keep going east, and then you would have UM, and then you keep going more east, and you would have the Miami Heat. You would have the Miami Marlins, and you keep going more east downtown, and then you'd have not South Beach, downtown. Let's get this straight.
Biscayne.
The Miami Heat playing in Biscayne, do not play in South Beach. The Miami Dolphins do not play in South Beach. Nobody plays in South Beach. Biscayne.
Timmy, does this mean you're a Fighting Irish fan? Kind of surprised there, but yes, get him a stadium, and man, you'll have so many more fans show up to that. Like I don't know, that's just me. My last one though, I know it's not up there, but one last thing, and this is something I sent you.
This is a surprise.
This is for the Inter Miami team. Go out, and I'm not a big. I think he's number 2 to Ronaldo, but go get Messi. He wants to play in the MLS.
That's been a rumor for a while though.
He said he wants to play in the MLS, so hey, go out and get Messi. Bring him here. He said he wants to play in the MLS. Hey, what better team than Miami? He'll love it here.
I think he's gonna come when the stadium's ready.
Man, that'd be insane.
I don't think he's gonna play with the Fort Lauderdale Stadium. I think he, which is 2 years on the line or something, 2-3 years on the line. He's gonna be in that first season.
God, I would love
write that down. I think
I will become a Messi fan.
That's my prediction right there. Messi will be Inter Miami on the first season that stadium is open. He's gonna open it up and it's gonna be Messi Stadium.
That's a bold.
It's gonna be a
prediction.
Messi Stadium. Look at that. I'm already giving you things to say, guys.
All right, so Timmy, That's awesome. Fighting Irish, baby. Hopefully they can. Oh, they're playing Bama, right? Ugh, doesn't look good for them.
End of the fourth quarter.
So you know what time that is? What time it is?
What time is it?
Everyone's favorite time of four quarters.
OT.
It is
OT
overtime. We need to get an OT song. It is overtime. And we're going to start off. I know we had it differently on the board. We're going to start off with something that Timmy said. And that is that WW84 sucked. Giant.
What is that? What's WW84?
We're not talking about George W. We're not talking about any wrestling federation there. Nope. We're talking about the much anticipated Christmas movie. Is it a Christmas movie? Came out on Christmas.
That's the one thing they have going for them is that they're trying to market a Christmas movie.
Oh my God, it's gonna be rough. And that is Wonder Woman 1984. Timmy has been very vocal about how bad this movie has been. So, I know we haven't watched it yet. Are you looking forward to watching it? Because no?
I was one of the few people who wasn't that much of a fan of part one. And some people live by part one. But some people live by part one. I thought part one was good. You know, I didn't think it was as amazing as they made it out to be. There's a lot of plot holes. It wasn't funny or entertaining, that much entertaining. I found it a little boring at times. So sequels tend to kind of suck.
You know what it was though? That DC didn't have a lot going for it at that time. At that time, they had a lot of bad movies.
But the main
and this was like it's like when something is dirt and something is shit, and you're like, hey, this dirt is better than that shit.
Right. But when you think about it from a real standpoint and think about part one, even the main villain made no sense. The main villain was just dumb. Everything about the main villain didn't make sense. Whatever. And there were certain scenes that just kind of didn't make sense either. Wonder Woman, but it wasn't a bad film. It wasn't that bad of a superhero film. So I'm not gonna diss it. Like, it was entertaining.
No,
it's refreshing to see a strong female character superhero, and it was done right. It was done proper. It was a good movie. This movie, which I knew wasn't I felt it there's certain movies where you watch a commercial and you could just sense, what are they doing with this? Why are they going in this direction? What's going on? And it doesn't make any sense. Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
To the last podcast of the year.
I think they kind of put themselves in a hole, bringing back Chris Pine's character. Like, it just leaves a lot of confusing. Yeah, it entices some viewers to be like, hey, how is he back? Didn't he die? But then you go back to the plot hole of like, wait, he could have just, flown the plane like with the autopilot and not killed himself.
I mean, it's just not only that. Now you're just. I understand Wonder Woman is big with women empowerment and things like that, which is great. But I don't understand your message you're sending by showing, hey, we still need this male character in this movie to make it go. I just think you're being counterintuitive. I don't think you needed him. You could have made a great film without him, and now you're saying, I need him back. I'm in love with him, or whatever the case may be. I haven't seen the movie yet, but from the commercial, it looks like she wished for him back, or some nonsense like that.
It did. And like Tim said, the plot holes in the first one
That's what I said. That plot. Listen, Tim, I'm with you. Plot holes in part one. That's what bothered me. I don't mind plot holes because at the end of the day, you kind of need plot holes to keep the movie going at times. But the ones in Wonder Woman were just too goddamn obvious that it just bothered me. And certain plot holes, it just gets me like, wait, that's not whatever. I guess just because let's do this. So I am not looking forward to watching Wonder Woman 84, but we have to watch it because I don't like dissing a movie without watching it. Maybe I enjoy it. Maybe I do like it. Sometimes some movies are stupid fun. And I like stupid fun movies.
You know what is my biggest thing though from just watching I guess when the cast was announced and then I saw the commercials, I don't know how much I buy what's her face as a villain. Kristen Wiig. I don't know if I buy her so much. She always is playing the comedic role, and she just doesn't do it for me as being like, I can't take her serious. Like, yeah, okay, she's a villain. Maybe she's just been typecasted too much. Maybe that might change. Maybe she's one of the highlights of the movie. I don't know. We will find out, and we will definitely bring that to you next year when we watch it. So next up, I'll let you choose from the lovely topics.
I'm gonna bring up Cyberpunk because that'll be a quick
Again.
one. They're just. I spoke to a couple people who have it on PC, and I sound like I'm reporting something. I spoke to a couple sources of mine.
Say.
The game works pretty good with PCs. Backstory: Cyberpunk, if you haven't watched our show, is a video game that was highly anticipated. It's supposed to be like Grand Theft Auto, big open world game, and it has a lot of bugs where people are returning it. And Sony even removed it from their stores and are refunding people, which Sony never does. Apparently, the game doesn't work on the older consoles. So if you have a PS4 or Xbox One, be careful. But I hear it works pretty good for the new generation consoles on the PC. So that's it. That's news. I hear the game is good though. I do hear the game is good.
Well, it's, you told me
play
though, it was what, 7 or 8 years that they've been working on this game? 8 years ago, there was no talk of a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X.
To us, there wasn't.
I guess, but when did the 4 come out? When did PS4 come out? And the Xbox One didn't come out 8 years ago. It came out in between that.
The Xbox One, bro, I think came out like 10 years ago, dude.
No, it didn't. It came out maybe like 6 years ago.
You talk, I'll do some research.
Okay.
Right now.
And my thing is, okay, if they took 8 years to make this game, why is it so bad for these lower consoles and not this, and not the one that just was made? It just doesn't make too much sense to
The
me.
Xbox One was released November 22nd, 2013.
7 years ago.
So when this one came out, they were like, let's start working for the next console. I'm pretty sure, dude, I don't know. I'm going to assume that they were working on the game. And then halfway through production, they're like, hey, we're going to start, new system's going to come out. They're like, oh, we'll drop in the new system and this. I don't know. I don't know how that works. All I know is this was a highly anticipated game and a lot of return. You know, they're getting sued by a lot of investors and stuff. So
Pretty much, if you guys need a good laugh, go on YouTube. Just check Cyberpunk, glitches, and you will have a riot.
I actually watched the Angry Joe show. It's a funny, I don't want to say podcast, but it's a video game news and movie review thing that they do. And he has a really funny video on Cyberpunk, and he just shows all the glitches. So,
All right, next up, I guess I'll go here. And I'll go, I'm going to leave that one of those for you. And I'm going to go with something that was announced. Well, something that was talked
you pick
about.
whatever you want to talk about. You don't have something away from me.
Oh, no, I want to hear you on number 5. So I know how you're passionate about it. So I'm going to pick something that, I was the one who put it up there. And it is Adam Sandler talking about how he might want to start, going back to some of his older films and doing sequels.
Oh, yeah, he wants money.
He's going to make money no matter what.
Just
And
more money.
this movie is one of it could be probably his best movie of all time. A lot of people might put this up there. And that is none other than Bobby Boucher, The Water Boy sequel. I don't know how they're going to make a sequel to this.
My mama says.
And I love this movie. And it's so funny because I've talked about it plenty of times how had this movie come out anytime within the last 3 or 4 years.
I already know what they're going to do, Mello.
Tell me about it. Tell me the sequel. Tell me the spoiler alert for everyone. Waterboy sequel here. Let's hear it.
This guy's the first for you to hear it. This video is going to be put on the internet when this movie drops because I'm guessing it. He's going to have a daughter. And his daughter will be the first female water girl. And then she's going to play football because my daddy said, watch, that's it. He's going to have a strong female. No disrespect to it. It's just that's where I see Hollywood goes with these movies. That's what's gonna happen.
Are they bringing back Vicky Valentine?
Just like in I think the movie Coming to America 2 with Eddie Murphy. I believe he has a daughter now. I think that's the plot in the new one. He's having a daughter. That's what people do in sequels. You have daughters, and I think it's just how else are you gonna do Waterboy? I think he's gonna have a daughter. I bought my son a Bobby Boucher.
That is amazing and a great Christmas gift to him. He bought his son a Bobby Boucher Bourbon Bowl Mud Dogs
How come
jersey.
you haven't gotten me one of those, Mello? Because Mello got me a Jason Williams Kings t-shirt jersey. Dope as hell. Dope as hell. Funny is because that story...
He's lucky I didn't get him that...
That story, he goes, I bet you they don't
Bibby.
make these for Jason Williams. And I go, oh, Well, back here where people are hiding it because it's sold out. Boom. I bet you that was the last one too. Probably the last one, people.
But yes, so this Waterboy sequel, I mean, I don't know. Apparently he has a lot of creative freedom with Netflix, so it's why they're talking about him making more of like maybe a Happy Gilmore 2, a Billy Madison 2, a Waterboy 2.
I heard he wanted to, I don't know if it was a rumor or an idea, but it was to make a Adam Sandler universe and put all of these characters together somehow. All of them. Little Nicky, Waterboy, Billy Madison, and then somehow they're intertwined with each other. You see, you're already laughing. How insane would that be? Screw the Marvel universe. Let's start putting these heroes together.
The ASU, the Adam Sandler universe.
These are the heroes you didn't know you needed.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You telling me that just got me.
I really hope they do that. First,
First,
guys. You remember the 4 quarter OT show told you what was going to happen.
Adam Sandler, that'd be amazing. I could just.
It's true. And if you go online, you can see that certain really big Adam Sandler fans have done like a graph or chart of how the movies could possibly be connected to each other. So it's not too far-fetched. He has some of the same characters show up on different movies.
And I mean, he has a lot of the same freaking cast in every movie, so it won't be that hard. Oh my god, this is amazing. Mm-hmm. I love this.
Thank you.
All right, let's go off
one
with
of my
you.
favorite topics for today. Second favorite topic, because the one after this is probably the good one. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Selena series on Netflix.
Bidi bidi bam bam.
Melo and I are Hispanic. I am Cuban Honduran, Melo is Colombian, so we love our Hispanic culture and music. And Selena, a Mexican woman who sings Tejano music, she broke in the 90s to the U.S. and just became a sensation. I don't know if you guys ever watched the Selena movie with J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. That was very popular back then. It was a good movie. Well, they came out with a series now, and I was very much looking forward to it. Until I got to episode number 5 or 4 or whatever it was, and I just was, what the am I watching? What is going on? I was so disappointed. The acting was awful. I thought I was watching a CW show. No disrespect to CW.
Wow.
It was
Stephen
just-
Amell is like right now. What?
Who?
Stephen Amell? The Arrow?
Listen, that's no disrespect. Look, some places have good shows, but I'm saying I didn't enjoy it. The acting was bad. It didn't do Selena it did her a disservice. And why are they focusing on her drummer sister? She had nothing to do with the success of Selena. AB, her brother, was the producer. Her dad was the patriarch, the one who pushed them forward, and Selena was the voice. Why are they having scenes where you're watching Selena's sister be in a car with her friend, going to another guy's house to meet her husband? Who cares? And scenes like that just bothered me because I'm thinking, what the fuck? The show's called Selena. Why are we watching the drummer girl? What is this? What's this nonsense? And then just the acting and everything, it just turned me off. It had nothing to do with the fact that I don't want to do any spoilers, but there's a certain character that showed up at the end. It had nothing to do that's going to be in the next season. It just had to do with this season. I didn't enjoy it. But, do you have anything to say about it? Because I know you watched it.
I did watch it, and unlike you, wow, you felt very strongly about it.
It was awful.
I didn't think it was awful. I didn't think it was great.
It wasn't awful, but it was just terrible. It wasn't terrible. It just was not good.
It wasn't bad. Okay.
Don't waste your time.
If I had to give it, I'd give it what you gave the second, a 6.7.
What?
Selena.
Did I give you a drink?
Yeah.
No, this drink was good. I could have glasses of this. I do not want to rewatch Selena by any means.
Honestly, what I liked about Selena, the series, was that it gave you more in-look into things that, I mean, at least I didn't know. I didn't know that she didn't know Spanish, and that she learned to sing in Spanish. You know, I liked that they made a focal point on her dad, that they did things that wasn't just based on her, because it wasn't just about her. There was like a lot going on with her brother that because of him writing.
That was the best part of the show.
I love that.
AB was the best part. Seeing his struggles, seeing his OCD, seeing
Dude, and not only that, but like the dad, like, hey, the dad would never congratulate him.
It was bad.
Work on the next thing.
But it was just badly executed. If you would have focused more on Selena, focused a lot on AB, I don't give a fuck about the sister. She does not need to be in the show. I thought, honestly, there was one good scene, and you can tell. Listen, her sister was an executive producer because it was for sure her idea to have that scene where the little girl went to her and was like, I want to be a drummer like you. Was it a good scene? Yes. But for sure, that's where, like, yep, her sister's the executive producer.
I thought that was a cute scene.
It was a cute scene because she's like, I want this in the show because I want to show people want to be a drummer like me. Nobody gave a about you. Everybody wanted to be Selena.
Well, respect to AB. AB, man, he put a lot into that, and definitely her success came a lot from him. I didn't even know that he wrote Como la Flor in the shower.
He wrote everything.
Con tanto amor.
He wrote everything, dude.
Me dices
but
tú.
That's why that was
such a great song.
It was the acting. The acting bothered me. I wasn't enjoying it, dude. They made her complain too much too about the
acting. I thought everyone else's acting was good.
No way.
Who they got to play Selena? It was very. Sometimes I felt okay. This really feels genuine, like Selena was, and then other times I was like, I don't know. And then so like for her it was like on and off, but I didn't think it was bad.
I will watch season 2.
Hopefully part 2 will be better.
Well, yeah, that's where the action happens.
Spoiler alert.
Same.
Hey, and Chris was good in that too.
Listen, let's talk about a real show now.
Oh boy, here we go.
There's another show that's like, if you enjoyed or liked the vibe of Selena, there's another one called Luis Miguel La Serie, which was made by Telemundo but then bought by Netflix. Its translation is Luis Miguel the series, the same thing as Selena, same concept. And that show's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Acting maybe isn't as, still it could be a little better. But he did a great job as Luis Miguel. He sang all the songs. He was in Rock of Ages. The guy who I think.
Oh wait! The guy who's playing Luis Miguel
was in Rock of Ages. He
sang
all.
So they didn't just say, "Hey, let's play over."
Nope, that's his voice. Whoa. They came out with a whole CD of 13 tracks with his voice.
Okay,
not as good as Luis Miguel, but it's hard to come. Luis Miguel. You can't.
But why do that? Just have.
I think it was to make him more natural, bring another flavor, show his acting chops, and I think it's to show his vocals. But I think it was nice they did that, because it looked more real. It didn't seem like they just put, there wasn't one Luis Miguel time where you heard Luis Miguel's voice. It was always the guy's voice. But the storyline, you really see, I didn't know he dealt with so much abuse and everything that went on in his life. And it was a great show. And I cannot stop listening to Luis Miguel.
Selena rode on a bus with no seats or anything. So, I mean, that's pretty...
Nah, bro, you should hear what happened in Luis Miguel.
She didn't have a social life. She was like 5 and doing this.
But she had a loving father. Luis Miguel had an abusive father.
You're right.
Luis Miguel, the show, the serie, watch it.
And for those who don't speak Spanish, don't worry. Apparently, they have it English dubbed. Am I right?
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and watch it and understand everything they're saying. But I'm definitely gonna have to catch that because I haven't.
It's a great show. 13 episodes. The music phenomenal. I didn't grow up listening to Luis Miguel. My mom was a Luis Miguel fan, and now I was saying this to my brother. Listening to an artist for the first time that you've never heard, who has his whole like compilation of music already thrown out to you, is like watching a season. It's like watching a new show that's already finished and you've never seen it, and you're starting it from the get and you're just loving every minute of it. Like, how did I never watch this show? That's what I'm feeling right now with music. I was actually doing it chronologically as the album, as you would hear like his first CD drop in the show, I would listen to his first CD and I go, oh wow. And then as the second CD dropped in the show, I would listen to the second CD. And I've just been building. I haven't listened to the whole compilation yet. I don't know if I should keep doing that. I don't know if I should wait for the season to come out. I'm going to keep listening to his music. But, man, what a Amazing. I can't say enough about it. Selena show, it's a 3.8.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
3.8, man.
But I will say this. He is not lying because I see this man basically every day that I go to the gym. And if I don't hear Luis Miguel at least like 7 times in one day, I'd be lying. But at the same time, he wants to talk crap about Selena. But the other day we went out, we were listening to BDB Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Dreaming of
listen,
You.
Selena, I've been, listen, that's the one thing I loved about the show. I was like, como la flor. Tanto amor. Listen. Me dices tú. Selena's music was amazing. I love Selena's music. That had nothing to do with it. The show sucked. I love Selena's music. The Luis Miguel show is fantastic, and I am loving Luis Miguel's music. So
give Selena a chance, everyone. But anyway, we're on to our last OT topic of the year. This is getting a little emotional. Last OT topic of the year, and being that it's almost midnight, so we're only got 1 day left. We're going to talk about our own. Remember, this is OT. We talk about everything. We talk about things going on with our lives. We're going to talk about our own personal New Year's resolutions. I'm going to let you kick this one off, sir.
Well, I'm someone who loves to work on myself. So I want the first... How many do we? 1, 2, 3? How many resolutions? Just one?
Yeah, it can be. We can just go back and forth until.
First and most importantly, I guess, I want to be a more positive person in 2021. I tend to be a little negative at times, just because growing up, life wasn't easy, and I've always felt that nothing was ever given to me. So I didn't expect things. Now I'm expecting, so I never have a positive mindset. As odd as that may sound, I tend to just not think negative, but just, if I want something, I just assume. If I work, I don't have to work to get it. I don't just assume I'm gonna get it. And sometimes I just feel like, hey, I'm working, I'm gonna get it. And usually it's just like, I don't like to think that way. And I think that's one of my first things, is just think more positive.
Okay, like that one. Me. I will be dead honest with you guys. I'm a very positive person. I like to kind of jump around from different things, like different projects, let's say, because I don't want you to think I jump around from things to things like that. Different projects where, let's say, I'll give you an example. There was a couple of years ago where I decided I wanted to work at a haunted house that was down here. And I was so into it. I went, I killed the interview, I got the job, did it for a day, and I said, yeah, this isn't for me. Just after 1 day. I kind of want to be more accountable for myself and kind of push more, to doing certain things. Podcast-wise, life-wise, just everything. Just I want to keep pushing and not just giving up when shit gets hard. I want to keep up the grind. And I felt like towards the end of this year, I started doing that. And I got to thank my co-host for that. Because with the gym, it was something that for the last couple of years, I would go a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then all of a sudden my partner would just disappear and I wouldn't go. I would find a reason not to go. And I saw at the beginning of this year, when it was his birthday, that he left for a whole entire week. And I kind of was like, okay, what am I going to do here? Am I just going to stop? Or am I going to try to keep going? And that entire week I went, I did every single workout that we normally do.
He sent me pictures.
True. And that's the kind of person that I want to bring into 2021. I want to continue to be that resilient person, that grinding person that, isn't just going to give up because things get hard. Keep grinding to what you really want. And that's definitely one thing that I want to do.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude. That was nice. How's it going? The next one is short and sweet. My next one is pass the bar. I know you guys know I graduated law school, so I need to pass the bar. And that's something I really want to accomplish, to start my my other career, because this is a very important career of mine. I feel this is my superhero career, the one where you have, you know, the day job. Superman puts the glasses on, goes, and you know he's a reporter, and then at night and that's what I see this as. This is something I love to do, so I really need to get my day job going. So that's what I definitely want to do, is pass the bar and start working and do what I love, you know, because I love law, I love working, and I love podcasting, and I don't see why I can't do both. And I love working out. So yeah, which that'll go into my next one, but you can go now.
All right, well, I'm going to go basically based off the same thing. My next one is going to be that, so a lot of you might not know this, I graduated from Florida International University with a broadcasting media degree. And since I graduated, I kind of, again, it goes back to, you know, the whole grinding, like making excuses for myself when I shouldn't, and put that to the back burner. I was working other things and not doing what I really loved. And this year, definitely doing the show more, putting it out there, you know, getting furloughed from my day job. I saw that, you know, this is really what I love, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I want to make sure that in 2021 that I push forward to this. I want to really, really get out there, whether it's, you know, podcasting, editing, videographer, whatever it is, like the entire field in its own, I really love. And it's something that I feel like after everything that just occurred this past year, I need to put that first, you know, my real happiness first, not, you know, going out and being miserable just because, you know, you got to make money. You know, I really want to do this, and this is definitely something I want to push towards. I don't know where it's going, but I'm going to keep looking, whether it's, like I said, podcasting, shooting things, editing things, just getting my foot in that door, because I know once I do, there's no looking back for me. And this is what I want to make my day job, my everyday job.
Do what you love, man. That's how you get successful, is do what you love.
For everyone out there, yeah, do exactly what you love, because then you'll never work a day in your life.
And then my last resolution, I tend to always do something for my body since I love to work out. I'm doing it for 10 years now. My last resolution is to grow my legs. So we're doing legs twice a week, which Melo does not enjoy, but we do legs twice a week. Not that I felt like I've ever had, you know, bad legs, but I just want something else. You know, I want to. You do not have bad legs. I will go off and say that. Okay, you're scaring me.
Let's just say that.
I just wanna. I guess I want more cuts, and more definition. But I think the big one that I want to do is be under 10% body fat. I've never had that. I've never had under 10% body fat. I've always been on the thick side. I've always been over 10. And it still looks fine. I still have the body I want, but every year I do something else. You know, one year is I want certain size biceps. One year I wanted a 6-pack. One year I want this. One year I want cuts. This year I think 10% body fat. And hopefully working, and I pass the bar, I start working, I can afford to get a meal prep to eat right to get to the 10% body fat.
So no more checkers? Is that what I'm hearing?
Nah, checkers is always, bro. You know, that's the diet. That's you gotta have a cheat, guys. You have to have a cheat meal. Your body needs to recycle itself. So that's what it is. That's it. Those are my top 3.
So let me just go on a question here with that. If you get to that, well, when you get to, not if, it's when you get, because I know you're going to get to that 10%. Mm-hmm. When you do that, are you going to consider, you know, broadening yourself up and maybe entering some competitions?
You know what, man?
I'll be there with a sign
10,
that just says, you know, go a line.
10 years of working out, I've been asked this question many times, and I've never felt, maybe this past year, before COVID started, I felt, man, I think I could compete because I had the small waist and I got the V. But honestly, if I work on my legs and under 10%, I look like I can compete with the over 30. That's right, I'm over 30. With the over 30 guys, I don't see why not. It's time consuming, man, because I have work and then I have the podcast and then I would just need my gym partner to have to push me more. So
Wow,
that's
fired.
no, not that you don't push me. I'm saying it'll have to more, like as in it. You know, when you compete, I don't want to take it serious. I'm like LeBron James out here, bro. You know, if I start competing, it's gonna be bodybuilding all year round. It's gonna be 2 days, 3 days. So
Well, I'll tell you this. Now that Melo's getting more comfortable with a lot of things that we're doing at the gym and a lot more, memorable and better. Not even gonna lie. I feel like myself, I've been getting better, lifting more and heavier in some things. I'll push you more. Don't worry about it. We still got 365 days left to go after tomorrow. My last resolution is definitely gonna be. I mean, I would love to look like you, but I know that's not gonna come anytime soon. It's gonna take work, but I definitely want to feel more comfortable in my own skin. I would want to say, and just to open up. There's definitely many times where I put something on and I'm like, no, take it off, Melo. Let's put something else on. Let's do this.
I've been there too, man. That's all. I think you're related to a lot of people. A lot of people relate to that, man. So you're not alone.
So definitely, like this year, I want to get more comfortable in my own skin. Be comfortable with who I am. And I know working out's gonna help out. And there's also other things. We've talked about it before a couple of weeks ago. Just trying to open up more is another thing I want to do. Not kind of be too reserved. Not thinking that bothering people with my problems. Yes, I still don't want to do that, but I know that I have to.
If they're your real friends, it's not bothering.
I need to stop putting up the brick wall that I've had for so many years because of things that have happened to me in the past. So I definitely want to start taking off some bricks little by little and showing the world the Melo behind the scenes.
Oh boy. Oh man, I want to see that Melo too. I've been waiting. I'm always telling Melo, why don't you talk to me, bro? And I'm with him a lot. Actually, Melo, I think there's one more thing we should do. I feel that when the new year comes, we're always talking. When the year's ending, we always do. Let's do a New Year's resolution. Well, I think we should do some this past year praise. This is new.
You're right.
People don't usually do this. So I want to say I praise you and I'm proud of you for the work you've been putting at the gym. You work very hard. I know you may not feel that way, but I worked out with people who give up. You give me some ugly looks at times, but you do them and you don't complain. I've gotten mad at you at the gym and you don't complain, and I'm proud of you for how hard you work at the gym, and that's honestly true. And I'm also praising you for the hard work you do at work and at home. A lot of people don't know what happens in our households, and everyone has their own things, but I know it's not easy what you go through, even though you don't tell me. But I know it's not easy, and I'm proud of you for 2020. And I know it's a tough year, but I praise you on that for this past year. So,
well, I really appreciate that, but I mean, again, we're going just shooting from the hip at this point.
Was that a Plaxico Burrows or was that?
No, it's a wrestling term, shooting from the hip, but it's like basically throwing it back at you, man. Like, honestly, you've given me so much motivation just because I know how hard you grind. And I know that I see you grind and I'm like, okay, I need to grind just as hard or try to, so you give me that motivation to, you know what, as much as I don't want to do it, I'm going to do it because I want to get to your level. Not just, working out and things like that, just, your work ethic. A lot of people don't know, but you were born and raised here in Miami, and then you went to a different side of the country. You went to a different city where you didn't know anybody. And I know you opened up to me the other night about it. you know, how hard that was for you. And you still pull through. You still proved so many doubters wrong because you're grinding. And that to me, I respect so much because, shoot, man, I just want half of your grind. I want half of that resilience that you have. And that's something that pushes me a lot, where I'm just like, you know what? If he's telling me it, I'm going to go do it. You know, sometimes, yeah, I let everything get to me. But I know, you know, once I talk to you, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to keep pushing. That's why, like, definitely at the gym, I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep going because I know that he's pushing more. And then I look, I'm like, okay, this is what he did. I'm going to try to eventually get there. You know?
And you will. And you will. It just takes time, man. You can't give up. And people are gonna hate. People are gonna say you can't do it. People are gonna say you're not gonna get there. People are gonna say you can't lift this heavy. People are gonna say you're not gonna look good. People are gonna say you're not gonna get this job. You're gonna hear it all, and who cares what people say? And that's the truth.
I mean,
all I ever heard was that.
That's something you've taught me a lot this year. Like, hey, as long as you keep grinding, you're gonna get there eventually.
Every day, and we stop going to Checkers. We're gonna get that stomach. I love you.
I love you too, man.
It was a great year. We did more podcasts this year than the year before. We started our Instagram, our Twitter, our channel. So
this is only the start of it, and we want to thank everyone out there for watching. You know, thank you for following us. Thank you for, you know, not just supporting us, but also supporting Pop Culture Pros. They got great shows out there, plenty. Put it in the books. The Just Too Sweet show. And I feel like also, yeah, we bonded with a lot of other people, and plus ourselves with different things that we didn't bond with before, like Wrestling Talk, which before I leave, I do want to say, you know, RIP to Brody Lee. That was very sad happening. What happened this past weekend, the 25th, like that was really tough. And it definitely hit the whole wrestling world. But I'm sure that the guys on the Just Too Sweet show talked about that this week, so you can go catch them. Their last show was on Tuesday. We got plenty of football. We got us that we talk about everything. We have Kyle and Jada that talk about movies, you know. So it's 2020 was just a start. It was, honestly, I know everyone sees it as such a shitty year, but I see it as a year of growth, where we saw what we needed to do to, you know, progress. And I know I definitely saw that way. I'm sure you did as well, where it was just, you know, a year of growth. It was hard, but we got through it. We made it out of we're about to make it out of 2020.
I feel everyone could have gotten something for 2020, even if you didn't. Even if you feel you weren't productive, or you feel that you weren't who you wanted to be. At least now you know, man, I was somebody I didn't want to be, and you don't want to get back to that point. So
exactly,
you don't have to see 2020 as so negative. You can see it as just, you know what, this is where I got to be better. Exactly. Maybe you felt depressed. Maybe you gained a lot of weight. Maybe you
lost somebody.
You know, and this is now it's a new year time to fix things. And if the pandemic continues, don't stay in the rut. You know, you don't eat unhealthy. Don't do the stuff from before. From, you know, okay, what didn't work? What did I feel was bringing me down? Change that negativity. Change whatever. As hard as it may be, as hard as letting somebody go, or whatever case may be. But I think 2021. That's not funny, right? All those memes.
2021.
It won. But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone I have in my life, and even if those people you fight with or whatever, it's still something you just learn from, and you know you can work on it from that, and just talk to the people you love. So
absolutely. And I mean, to me, everything happens for a reason. You might not know what it is today, but eventually you will, and you're gonna grow from it. With that, thank you guys so much for tuning in the entire year with us. Tune in to 2021. It's gonna be an even bigger year for the 4 Quarters show.
Think about it. We're going to start off. We're going to end the new year with Jordan, and we're going to start it off with Kobe, the Mamba. That means it's going to be a scary year, man. Ooh. It's going to be a no nonsense, just going attacking. That's what Kobe did. Just attack, ruthless with that passion. I like that. We're going to start off the season with 24. So
love it. With that, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, as always, to my wonderful co-host and the current halftime champion of the world. I will give it to him to end 2020.
remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, I hope we were able to bring some change to your year and that you love today's podcast. And we'll see you next year.
Exactly. And as always, that we were able to bring you some more common sense, not only today, but this year as well. Have a great end of 2020 and a beginning of 2021. We'll see you real